I am Maria Garcia de Flori. It was in 1218 in a Spain dominated by Muslims and where Saracen pirates devastated the coasts of the Mediterranean Sea, imprisoning and capturing thousands of people for the sole reason of being Christians and enslaving them, where the devotion to Our Lady of Mercy began. At that time, the merchant Pedro Nolasco had a visit from Our Lady, becoming known as La Merced, the Merciful, who asked him to found a religious order to rescue captive Christians. After that vision, Nolasco sold everything he had, and driven by the desperate situation of the Christians held captive by the Muslims, who due to torture made them lose their faith, he began to buy prisoners to rescue them and continue maintaining the faith. With the encouragement and help of King James I the Conqueror and the advice of the Dominican priest Father Raimundo de Peñafort, they managed to free around 300,000 prisoners from Muslim captivity. Every day, more people joined them, and more than 3,000 men, especially young people, entered as religious, knowing that they would die as martyrs by fulfilling their vow to free the prisoners. There, among the Mercedarians, are many martyrs and saints. It was in the Cathedral of Barcelona, Spain, where 10 days after the vision that Pedro Nolasco had, that the first nucleus of what would become the Order of Merciful or was formed. The word mercy means grace, alms, charity. Since the year 1259, the Mercedarian Fathers, the Merciful Fathers, began to spread devotion to Our Lady of Mercy, which took deep root throughout the American territory. Through this redeeming order, Our Lady of Mercy, interceding before her Son Jesus, multiplied at that time and continues to multiply her mercies throughout the centuries among the prisoners, whose invocation also spread among those who suffered the even more tragic captivity of the soul. The three founders, Saint Pedro Nolasco, the Dominican Saint Raimundo de Peñafort, and King James I, always proclaimed that the initiative had not been theirs, but rather an inspiration from the Mother of Mercy. In 1265, the first group of nuns of the Mercy emerged, initiated by Saint Mary de Cervellon. Followers of the Order of Mercy were among the first missionaries of America. On the island of Hispaniola or the Dominican Republic, for example, Fray Gabriel Teles, known as Tirso de Molina, missioned. In Caracas, the Mercedarians built a temple in honor of Our Lady of Mercy in 1682, next to what is today the Ministry of Education. Since ancient times, the Cabildo of Caracas has given two titles to Our Lady of Mercy, as Patroness of Caracas and Patroness of Cocoa. The Mercedarian superior in Venezuela, Fray Francisco La Huerta, a great defender of the indigenous people, signed the Act of Independence on April 19, 1810. Years later, General Antonio Guzman Blanco decided to close the churches, convent, monasteries, and expel all foreign priests and nuns in the country. Among them, the Mercedarians had to leave the country, but they returned in the middle of the 20th century to continue defending and protecting, above all, the prisoners, because they know that they are children of God and that we must help their conversions so they can go to heaven. They can go to God because with God we always win.